Welcome back. It is Thursday, January 12th in the NBA. My three favorite picks are on the way. Let's recap yesterday, a 1-2 day, ending our 2-day winning streak. We had Drew Holiday. The Drew roller coaster always comes through. He hits his over. Tyrese Halliburton gets injured in the third quarter, leaves, I believe, on crutches. Hopefully he's all right. And then DeJounte Murray just builds a brick fest. I honestly didn't like it when Trae Young got ruled out. Then Drew Holiday switched on to Murray, and obviously he clamped him up. But either way, we're going to bounce back. We're getting this 3-0 sweep. I promise you we're getting it one of these 2 days. But look, if you are new, my name's Austin. Welcome to the community. We do these videos every single morning. We've been crushing the books all year long. The last week or so, it's been more, hit or miss. It's been up and down, up and down. It's been hard to predict NBA. There's been so many injuries, and I understand the people that want us to take some unders, and the unders are coming. I promise you that. But you can go down below, hit that subscribe button, drop a like too. I got nothing else. If you need any sportsbook sign-up bonuses, they're all linked down below. Let's hop into our favorite plays. Gonna be the guy on the thumbnail. LeBron James, I like his over, 31.5 points, minus 115. On DraftKings, you can play this at 32.5. I think the King scores 35 points today, and I'd honestly play that, but it was like plus 130, plus 140. Not a lot of value to bet on the guy to score 35 points, but he's going to have to basically get up there. Now, why do we like the King today? Well, there's a little bit, I like the matchup, but there's also a milestone watch here as LeBron, 35 points away from hitting 38,000 in his career. LeBron is always a sucker for milestones. He normally turns it up an extra notch. He wants to do that in this one game. And look, that's a milestone only one NBA player has ever hit. He's obviously closing in on Kareem Abdul-Jabbar or Lou Alcindor or whatever you want to call him on the most all-time points scored. But let's talk about LeBron. He's back at home. He sat out the last game against the Nuggets on the road. Sets up a great matchup at home on TNT on primetime to go off. And he's a sucker, like I said, for hitting these milestones in big-time moments. And LeBron, he's been terrific over the past couple weeks with Anthony Davis out, but now Lonnie Walker, Austin Reeves also out, and the Mavericks still without a good wing defender. Dorian Finney-Smith still out, Josh Green out, Maxi Kleber out, and we saw what LeBron did to him on Christmas Day, dropping 38 points on 34 in only 34 minutes. Good chance he plays more than 34 minutes tonight. And we just saw, we took Kawhi Leonard's over against his team. He scored 33 points. And that was with Kawhi only attempting 12 shots. I'd like to bet money that Mr. LeBron's going to attempt well more than 12 field goal attempts. He could even close around 25. And look at his last 16 without Anthony Davis, averaging 35.1 points per game, hitting this over in 11 of 16 games. That includes only actually 3 of those games were at home when he scored 25, 33, and 34 points. So a lot of those games have been on the road. Now he's back at home, primetime TV. He set this over in 3 of the last 4 games. He's had a couple days off. He's due to rest and missing a game here and there. I think he shoots 25 or more times tonight. Wouldn't be surprised if we see the refs, maybe, I'm not saying it's fixed, I don't say that, but maybe the refs have a little bit of an easier whistle on LeBron and they give him a couple foul calls, trying to get him to 35 points. Obviously, the NBA, it's a business, but they would love to have him score 35 points tonight on TNT. I think LeBron has a big night, regardless of the foul calls. I think he gets 35 or more, but we'll take his over, 31.5 points, which is currently minus 115 on DraftKings. Like I said, you can take this at 32.5. I think he scores 35 or more. Let's keep moving to the second guy, and this might be the last time I let this guy hurt me, but I like pain, and we're going to go to this guy, Mr. Lamelo Ball of the Charlotte Hornets. Like his over, 32.5 points plus assists, minus 105 on DraftKings. If you want to play it at 33.5, go for it. If you want a double-double prop, go for that as well. It's only like plus 105, I think, on DraftKings. And look, Lamelo, he's going to get pretty close, and regardless of how this game turns out, Lamelo plays his minutes in a blowout regardless. If his team's doing the blown out, he's going to play his minutes. If they're getting blown out, he's going to play his minutes. That's what you love to see. Now, the Hornets facing the Raptors for the second time in the last 3 nights, and LaMelo did pretty well in their first matchup. 24 points, 14 assists for 38 points plus assists. We only need 33 today, and that was on 9 of 22 shooting. Now, LaMelo, if you're looking for an efficient shooter, you've came to the wrong place. LaMelo was not that, but he played 38 minutes, despite them, trailing by 15 or more in the fourth, and maybe they're closer in this game. Now, you saw that with Kelly Oubre out, Gordon Hayward doubtful to play, so likely it's the offense is going to continue to run through LaMelo. And last game, Terry Rozier had a great game, scored 33 points on 14 of 19 shooting. So maybe Toronto makes a little bit of adjustments. I mean, it's not like LaMelo cooked them up. I mean, he went 9 for 22, but still, Terry Rozier had a great game. So maybe we see Toronto adjust their defense a little bit and try to guard Rozier, give him less open looks. But either way, LaMelo's never seen a shot he didn't like. This man, last 15 games, attempting well over 20 field goal attempts almost every single game, averaging 23.9 points per game, 8.9 assists per game. We know the Raptors are prone to giving up a lot of assists to point guards because they do a lot of trapping, and LaMelo's a very good passer. But in the last 15 games, LaMelo over this line in 10 of 15, including 6 of his last 9 road games. So he's been pretty good on the road, where obviously the role players don't show up as well. They're going to need LaMelo to carry them in this game, and I think he can carry them. I think the Hornets have a chance at covering this as well. And LaMelo, if he shoots anything above 40%, which should be fine, but I think the Raptors are content letting LaMelo shoot because they know he's not, a 55, 60% shooter. He's a volume shooter, honestly. You're going to need him to knock down some shots, but he's going to miss a lot of shots too. Lamelo can also get to the rim, had a lot of floaters and kind of shots inside the paint. Raptors don't have the best paint protection. If you get in there, which Lamelo's perfectly capable of driving past guys, should be able to score at will. I like his over in points. I like his over in assists too. We'll take them together. Over 32.5 points plus assists. Now, let's move on to my third play. And I know I haven't been taking a lot of unders, and unders have a lot more recipes for cashing, but it feels like a lot of teams aren't playing defense. The only way you're cashing unders these days are if it's because you get an injury. You saw that with Kevin Porter Jr. last night, Tyrese Halliburton, things like that. Like, sure, you're going to cash an under, but you can't predict an injury. And I'm not going to come on here and say, you know what, I'm going to take Pascal Siakam's under because maybe he gets injured. I'm knock on wood he doesn't, but I'm not going to take unders just kind of hoping they get injured. I think post All-Star break is when you see a lot more unders cashed. I think kind of leading into the All-Star break, you got guys trying to become All-Stars and guys kind of trying to get into the break. Just they don't care about who wins or loses these games, but post All-Star break, it's win now mode, and teams start to crank up that defense, kind of take away your number one option, which is when I think a lot more unders are going to hit at a more likely rate. Don't be worried, we're still going to take some unders for the under people out there, although a lot of people hate when I take unders, so it's kind of a mixed bag of things. But let's move into my third and final play of the day after that soapbox. Kyrie Irving, I like his over 9.5 rebounds plus assists minus 125 on FanDuel. I'd play this at 10.5, and I guarantee you that's what the line will go to probably by the time the video's live, thanks to the COS All-Stars out there. I'd probably play 10.5 for 0.5 units. If you need an individual line, both of them are pretty solid. I don't really hate his assists. I don't mind his rebounds either. If you're on like a FanDuel or DraftKings or BetMGM, you can same game parlay him to get 4 rebounds and 4 assists, which is like minus 115, minus 120 or so. I think that's pretty good look. But let's talk about him why, and then you can obviously make your judgment if you want to even tail it or if you want to just fade it. Do whatever you want. Let's talk about him though. And Kyrie Irving and the Nets are at home facing the Celtics. Now, the Nets are going to be without Kevin Durant for the foreseeable future. I think he's getting reevaluated in about 2 weeks, but I imagine he's out at least 3 weeks in this one. And they're still only 3.5 point underdogs to the Celtics. Now, I don't bet a lot of spreads here. I think post All-Star break we'll start to bet more spreads. But I can imagine 85, 90% of the public is going to have Celtics money line, Celtics spread in all their bets. They're saying, oh, Kevin Durant's out. No chance the Nets keep it up. Look, I don't like fading the public, but that's just not normally how spreads work in the NBA. Normally, wherever the public is well on one side, normally goes the other way. And I don't think Brooklyn covers this unless Kyrie Irving's playing good or playing well and playing a lot of minutes. And he's going to play at least 35 or more minutes. He normally played that with Kevin Durant active. Without Kevin Durant, they're going to need him out there even more to at least be a decoy, but facilitate a lot of this offense. And last 20 games with 35 or more minutes, hit this over in 13 of 20. That's 65% of the time. Let's keep in mind, Durant was active in a lot of those games. Likely we're going to see either Seth Curry into the starting lineup or maybe TJ Warren, maybe Yuta Watanabe, maybe. But I think Watanabe still continues to come off the bench. It's probably going to be Seth Curry into the starting lineup. And Seth Curry's not going to grab a lot of boards, so that's pretty good. And let's keep in mind, Durant can go out there and grab 12 boards any given night. But you look at Kyrie, last 25 games without Kevin Durant. Let's keep in mind, he has not played a single game this year without Durant. The last 25, dating back to last year into Durant, he's over this line at 18 to 25 games. That included a 9 rebound, 11 assist effort versus Boston, I believe, last season. And look, Kyrie, great track record in general against Boston hitting this prop. In his last 5 games versus Boston, all as a member of the Brooklyn Nets, he had 13, 10, 20, 11, and 14 rebounds plus assists, hitting the over in all 5 games. If it goes up to 10.5, hit the over in 4 of those 5 games. I know the Celtics are not the best defense to target, but over the last 15 games, they've given up the 5th most rebounds per game to point guards. And while they haven't given up a lot of assists, the 6th fewest to point guards, I anticipate the Celtics know Kyrie Irving's their number one option, and I anticipate them trying to make life a little bit more difficult on him to score. It's not like the Celtics don't give up any assists. Players can go get assists against this team. And also, you got to look at the defensive side of the court. I think Kyrie could go up to like 8 or 9 rebounds. He could even get 10 rebounds in this game. It wouldn't surprise me either because he's not going to guard Jason Tatum, not going to guard Jaylen Brown. What does that mean? A lot of shots are coming up and Kyrie's going to be down in the paint. Obviously, you've probably guarding Marcus Smart, who's sitting in the corner, or guarding Derek White or something like that. So I know it's going to go up, but 9.5 is too good of a line to pass up on. I'll take it at minus 125. If it goes up to 10.5, like I said, I don't mind it there. You can same game parlay it with some maybe 4 and 4 for him. I think he hits this with ease. This would arguably be my most confident play of the day, but I do know the line's going to go up, and I don't love it as much at 10.5, which is why I didn't put 1.5 units or anything like that on it. But I think Kyrie Irving crushes this line. 9.5 rebounds plus assists. I don't take a lot of rebounds and assist props, but I do really like this one. So my 3 plays of the day: LeBron's over in points, LaMelo's over in points plus assists, and Kyrie Irving's over in rebounds plus assists. Those are my 3 plays. As always, let's hop into our COS All-Stars if you ever want our plays early. Go become an all-star. Click the join button down below. I normally post the plays around 7:30 to 8:15 or so a.m. Eastern time every single morning. And normally the videos are live probably an hour or so after that gets posted. Sometimes even later. You get the earliest lines, like the people are probably getting that Kyrie Irving line as I speak. Let's talk with these new all-stars. We got Mace, we got Max, we got CBJ, KD, we got Dylan, we got Brian, Hassan, we got Rollins, Harris, we got Joe, King Dylan the 6th. I think that's how Roman numerals work. John, Riley, Ingrid, Taylor, Seal a Deal, Reese. We got Ryan, Robert, JQ. Hopefully that's John, but if it's not, I'm sorry. Anthony, Emerson, Michael, Cam, Bricks, Mason, Meister Cooley High, 757. Someone in the comments said, I forgot them yesterday, but I forgot to put it on my list. So we got you tomorrow. Appreciate you guys so much for supporting the channel. We'll be back again tomorrow. We're bringing out the brooms, which is right over here. Let's have a great day. Let's go 3-0. See you guys back again on Friday morning. Peace out.